Hey, welcome back to the Disney Plus Everyday Challenge, and today we have Spin. This is a Disney Channel original movie, not a Disney Plus original movie, but it appeared on Disney Channel first, and it is from 2021. It's an hour and 36 minutes long, and it tells the story of a young woman named Rhea. Rhea? Why am I having a problem with? It's literally two syllables. Rhea is her name. She's a young Indian woman who works at her dad's Indian restaurant and goes to school, and that's pretty much it. Her entire life is doing great in school and doing fantastic in the restaurant. She is a powerhouse. She has creative ambitions. She has, crushes on boys and all sorts of things that any other girl would have, but she's busy. She's a lot of busy. And by the way, her name is Avantika, is the actress who plays her. And she's got a good set of friends. They're all a bit nerdy, which is great. They're all funny with their own inside jokes and language of teenagers that I do not understand. So there you go. It's probably a good representation of modern teenagers. But yeah, she has a good bunch of people around her. That's mainly them right there. You don't even see her. That's very strange. You don't even see her on the the background here. But Rhea, she of course in the process of serving at her father's restaurant, comes across a brand new boy in town who happens to be coming to her school. He's from England, and he's got a cute accent, and he has dreamy eyes, and he's totally into like DJing and things like that. Because he's kind of impressed by hearing, I'm not going to tell you the whole story, by the way. He's impressed by hearing the music that's being played in the restaurant that she is responsible for. She has her passion is music, just like her mother before her, but her mother's not around anymore. In true Disney tradition, there has to be at least ding 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 one dead parent, and so she had passed away when Rio was 8, and Dad is on his own running the restaurant. His mother-in-law is also there helping out. She's kind of a Bollywood star in a sense, but whether she was famous or not in India for her Bollywood acting and dancing, that remains to be seen. It's hinted at, but she certainly puts on a show at least once a week at their restaurant, just entertaining the customers with music that's put together by Rhea and lighting and everything else. So it really just sort of really jazzes up the place without jazz. So when she realizes she has a neat connection with this boy, well, things kind of work out, and he teaches her how to DJ. And just like it happens with any of these types of films, there's always a competition that has to happen. That we're pitting our hero against much more seasoned professionals, well, teen professionals or teen amateurs. I don't know. It's basically the local coolest DJ in town, who is probably a superstar, is kind of he runs a record shop, but also runs a competition for teens that lets them put on a DJ set, a brief one. Going to be here for just watching this movie for 6 hours for each set. This is not Electric Daisy Carnival in Las Vegas. He hosts this kind of thing, and well, she's just likes the idea of hanging around with Cute Boy. By the way, Cute Boy is where is Cute Boy? I don't even remember his name. I am bad at this. Michael Bishop plays Max. By the way, this is a really good cast. Just everybody's pretty solid in their acting. It's part of me feels like with such a deep bench of supporting characters that this was kind of meant to be what Disney likes to do, it seems. And I think it was meant to be a pilot for possibly a movie pilot for something bigger. Not necessarily a movie series, but a TV series, like maybe a good half hour or 40 minutes or so a week, and you would have seen Rhea and her friends evolve and change and go through all sorts of adventures. And of course, there's DJ music that all the kids love in the background. There's also a sequence where there's some choreographed dancing in the streets. Does that happen? I mean, it's not a musical. It's not Bollywood. It's not any of those things at all. So don't expect to come in and hear anybody singing their feelings or dancing their blues away. It is literally, and that's how I dance my blues away. It's literally just one sequence. People are outside dancing as her and Max leave the house. And I'm thinking, did they just stumble onto something? Or is this meant to be some sort of montage of teenage exuberance? I have no idea. It confused me for a second. So the story in this is, I'm not going to tell you the whole story, but I'm going to tell you the gist of this is she's 15 and she should be out there having fun and not constantly working at school and constantly working at the restaurant. Her grandmother is, kind of pushing for that, telling her dad and telling her that they, she needs to get out. And more than likely, a lot of this drive that she puts into this is in response to the loss of her mother at a young age. And this is how she deals with it. She throws herself into something else and distracts her from what she's feeling. And she's not the only one. We get a kind of a B story with Dad along those same lines. And while they touch upon some things with Ria's dad, Arvind, who's a good dad. He's not a mean guy. He's not indifferent. He's not all caught up in his own head and anything else. It's just he is sometimes disconnected with what his daughter wants, because he's also kind of disconnected with what he wants. So there's some things that happen in there with him as well, and it's that balance of being the parent and also being somebody who's going to nurture their children's dreams at the same time, or passions. So yeah, I think this is a good movie for just about either generation. You'll find somebody to identify with, whether it's your teen or yourself as an adult, if you have a teen. But yeah, it's a good story. It's I don't think it's necessarily going to surprise you as to what's going to happen. I was only surprised a little bit as to how quickly something turned. There's a certain point where things turn pretty hard, and I was like, well, I understand why that had to happen, but yeah, it all leads to the competition, let's just say. And again, it's validation of your talent and validation of your feelings. And when I say your, I mean Ria's. So that's what it's all about. And it tells you, what, it's good to be responsible. It's good to have goals and a mindset. And she's smart. She's a coder. She writes programs for her dad's restaurant to be able to keep track of inventory based on how much they sell through it in a night or a day or an hour. But she also has a passion for music and providing a connection to her mom, which we learned about also in the course of this. So I think it's I can't say it's the greatest movie ever, but it surprised me. I felt like there was more that was meant to be told that we would have seen. That there's some storylines for the characters that are left hanging, and that we not hanging in a sense that you can't figure out what's going to happen eventually. But like I said, she's got 3 close friends, 4 if you count Max, and parents and grandparents and a little brother, and I imagine that you could do a whole lot with that, but I don't know. So yeah, I say check it out if you're into this. If you're into EDM and DJing and things like that, and Indian culture and just teenage dramas. It's a comedy too. It's not a comedy, but it has its funny moments. So it's not just all very weird, dramatic, and no everybody's earnest. No, it's fun. It's colorful, and literally there's a point where they all throw colorful dust at each other. So, let's pick tomorrow's episode. 99. 99. Come on. Come on. Oh, okay. All right. Something tells me we watched this, but I could be wrong. In situations where I get the documentary about a show before or a movie before I've seen it, I end up watching the show and then watching the documentary. But I think we just had the show picked first and we never watched the documentary. And this is what we're going to watch. We're going to watch the documentary of that show we watched. It's called It Was Always Me Behind the Story. I know we watched it, but we did not watch the documentary as far as I can remember. If I'm wrong, I'll be back in a second and we'll be picking a new number. But that's what we're watching tomorrow. It Was Always Me Behind the Story in the next Disney Plus Celebrity Challenge. I'll see you back here tomorrow with that.